Hi everyone. My name is Comfort Booth, but welcome to Mommy Gio's Pearls. Yes, so I took a lemon name and turned it to lemonade, and I thank everyone out there who, I guess, attributes the name to me in a positive way, and I've decided to, yes, let's ride on that wave. So welcome to Mommy Gio's Pearls. This is actually born out of, calls from supporters, fans who have said, please mentor me, please teach me, please show me. How can I be me? How can I be authentic? I don't know what I want to do with my life. How can I know? How did you become so knowledgeable? How did you become so wise? How were you able to be temperate on set? So for those who don't know, let me just use this opportunity. I'm one of the cast members on Real Housewives of Abuja, and my character has resonated with quite a number of people based on the fact that I didn't roll in the mud, and when it came to being dragged into the mud, I maintained dignity. And a lot of people want to understand how that can be done. How did you do it? Why did you do it? Can I do it also? And the answer to all this is yes. It just takes a deliberate step. And so I want to start at the very beginning for especially those who are struggling with, identity. A lot of people who are struggling with asserting who they are. A lot of people are struggling with, I'm different. How do I get people to understand that? How do I not, hide my difference, or how do I not hide my person? How do I stand courageous in the face of everyone saying, no, you need to keep up with the Joneses, you need to do this. So there were a lot of things on the show, that was expected of me, that went counter to who I am. And so I hope that the little pearls that I've gathered along my life, I'll be able to share it with you, and it will help. And so before you leave, if you could press the like or subscribe button, that would be good, so that you can get notifications for whenever the next bit will be. I'm going to keep these sessions very short because a lot of the things that I want to talk about are going to have to be practicalized. I don't believe in theory. I believe in practical actions. They even tell us actions speak louder than words. So that's the first pearl. Yes, it's a very well-known pearl, but we tend to not be intentional about it. Actions honestly do speak louder than words. If somebody tells you they love you, I love you. Okay, I've said I love you. The point is how. Yes. It's in the how, it's in the seeing, then I can come to believe the words when they're eventually said, or if they keep being said. When I started my journey, journey to self, that's what I call it. I started that journey about 10-15 years ago, because there was a lot of, I didn't even realize it was turmoil in my life. But I realized that there must be a better way to do things. The closest people in my life who, were reading me riot acts must have been doing it from a good place. I didn't see why they would say, for example, you need to control your temper. How is that to the advantage if I control my temper? You know what I mean? So it really had to be, clearly it was about me. I was very angry. I was a very angry person. Very reactive. I honestly didn't care which bridges I burnt. I really, really didn't care. After all, you were not feeding me, so really, I couldn't be bothered. I burnt good relationships, and I did that on the premise that I felt justified in whatever had led to the breakdown, and I couldn't really be bothered. I shout. I still do, to be honest. It's just that now it's way more temperate. I need the energy for other things. So I decided, you know what, let me give this a try. There must be something else. I have to let go of the things that I have held on to that have made me this angry, whatever it is. Anger is not pretty. The Bible talks about it a lot, and talks about, how, what anger makes you look like, who you are if you're always angry, and relates it also to the use of the tongue. A small member, but can, as I said, burn bridges. And so I decided, okay, CB, what's the problem? Sit down, acknowledge it, accept it, collect it, live with it, deal with it. But you can't externalize it on other people. You can't keep throwing tantrums. From that perspective, you can't keep on holding onto it and saying, oh, this is it, then therefore. Maybe sometimes I still do it, but the point is that I knew that I could be way better than I am now, and I decided to start my journey to self. And how did I start with that? I realized that, for example, in the morning, when you wake up, you open your cupboard and you deliberately set out to choose what you want to wear. Because either you want to make a statement, you want to be seen, you want to be heard, you want to express yourself through your clothes, or it fits the situation of the place that you're going to work, a meeting, catching up with friends, seeing your religious leader, seeing your parent. So we are deliberate when it comes to that. And I'm just using one example. We're deliberate when it comes to what we want to wear, to externalize. So I thought, shouldn't there be something like that for me as comfort, where I am deliberate about who I am and then want to externalize it? Companies have mission and vision plans, and why statements, and why do they have that? Because they need to build a culture in the company for the workers, the employers to know what the company is about, to be able to project it, to have a goal, to have a path, to have a roadmap to follow. And therefore I decided, the first thing, and so already rounding up, the first step for us here is writing a mission and vision statement for your life. Wherever you want to go from now, if you want to start a journey with yourself to whichever place you want to go to, you have to have a mission and vision statement. I think it was one of the best things that happened to me, because it helped me to crystallize what I had in my head for myself to be able to project to the world. And immediately for me, I said, work begins. Get a journal. We don't journal in this country. Initially in secondary school, we would have diaries, but we don't journal, where every day you write. There is power in writing. Habakkuk 2, chapter 2, verse 2 to 3 says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, make it plain upon tablets, that he may run that reads it. I think this is the best Bible verse for me that works to show that you need to write and concretize what you want your life to look like. Too many of us are very flippant about our lives, but we're more controlled about, more deliberate about what we wear, what we eat, how we show up. So why won't you be deliberate about how your life shows up? And activity 1 for this week is to create a life vision and mission. Simple. Are you just surviving, or are you living on purpose and working to create the kind of life that you want? People without self-awareness usually fall into the first group, which is just surviving. And while people who are self-aware fall into the second category. To start living your life on purpose is to create a vision and mission statement. And it answers such questions as this. That's your vision statement will answer such questions as this. What will my legacy be? What will my life look like 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now? What am I working on to achieve over the long term? What is your life going to achieve over the long term? What do I do? Who do I do it for? how do I do it? And this is a mission statement. So let's go over it again. Your vision statement will answer such questions as, what will my legacy be? What will my life look like 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now? And what am I working on to achieve over the long term? Your mission statement will say, what do I do? Who do I do it for? And how do I do it? That's your mission. What's your mission? What are you embarking on? What are you embarking on it for? Who are you going to do it for? And how are you going to do it? Your vision is my legacy. How will I look long term? And what will I achieve over a long period of time? I'm going to stop here. I think we've started. Leave your comments in the comment section or any questions you may have, and then I'll get back to you. I would have said, for anybody who is actually going to go down this route of writing their mission and vision, the group that I took earlier on, I gave them a week to do it, but there's a lot to cover that I think we should do this in 2 to 3 days. You should be able to do it. You're already living, you already have ideas. It's just that you need to concretize it and write it. So I hope I did justice for this first one. It gets better, and you know, as I said, leave a comment in the comment section, and thank you for watching. And he who has ears, let him hear. Bye bye. Have a good day.